Welcome back, everybody. This is Let's Play Broken Sword 2, The Smoking Mirror, part number 14. My name is Xexor. Thank you for joining me. In the last part, we were at Ketch's Landing, and George, in the course of... so previously, before that, he had distracted the two older ladies that are at the Ketch Museum or whatever, and they basically went down on the beach looking for Maria, I think. So, anyway, and Bronson was still down there as well, as was Rio. And so George had just the cat to deal with. So, basically, going to work with Bronson, giving him the tequila worm he had, for example. Rio ended up catching some fish. George used that to distract the cat long enough to get up and pull down a little marker that Bronson had put up on one of the flagpoles or whatever sticking out from the museum. Bronson got upset. Bronson came up. Bronson went up the ladder to put the marker back up, and George removed the ladder. So Bronson stuck up there. Then George had George go down. He looked at Bronson's plans, revealed that Bronson was actually trying to build a hotel out of the Ketch Museum, which naturally upsets the two older ladies who are descendants of Ketch when they find out. So anyway, long story short, Bronson's still hanging from the flagpole. We've left George off there. We've come to London, where Nico now is the museum of some museum. I don't remember which specific one. And she's looking for a stone, one of the stones that the shaman had revealed, was going to be important. So for the coming eclipse.
It was a phone, probably for staff only. I didn't need to make a call.
Trying to find a balance here. Sound. Okay,
The cabinet contained a dagger decorated with Mayan designs.
Why is her expression like that? It's funny.
The cabinet was locked.
The cabinet was locked.
The carving looked Buddhist in subject, but Mesoamerican in execution. I wanted nothing to do with that statue. It made me nervous somehow.
Xexor, this statue made me nervous too. I don't want to go to the creepy statue now.
But
there was a huge carving of somebody who must have been important once.
Squeaky, we need to examine them to make sure that the statues are actually going to be helpful or not for investigating.
But the statue could scare me no matter where I go.
There was nothing I wanted to do with the statue except find out where he bought his hat. Très chic.
Très chic. Nice.
It was a small flat square of polished obsidian. Nothing like the one I was looking for. According to the caption, this was the Scrying Mirror given to Dr. John Dee by Sir Francis Drake.
Scrying stone. No need to scry. It's just a stone. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the support. I make these videos. Least you can do laugh and humor me.
The cabinet was locked.
The cabinet was locked. Of course it is locked.
The display case contained a couple of vases. Perhaps I'm a Philistine, but old vases bore me.
Vases instead of vases.
You say potato, I say potato. You say vases, I say vases.
Maybe not. Okay.
The pots in the case seemed to amuse the girls no end. I had and have no interest in old pots.
Right, okay.
Bonjour. I wonder if you could help me.
Oh no, it's gonna be the girls. It's the
What's
same
so
girls
funny?
from the Paris Museum. Awesome.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, never mind.
The two Japanese girls were inexplicably amused by something.
Oh, so those are Japanese girls? Oh, and the ones other museum in Paris were weren't they Brazil? I think they were South American anyway, I think. So maybe not the same girls. Okay, I thought it was the same.
It was a stone identical in size and style to the Coyote Stone. However, this stone bore the image of a jaguar. The cabinet was locked.
The cabinet
The
was
mask
locked.
looked more African than American. I didn't want the mask, although it certainly reminded me of somebody. It was a woven wall hanging with a South American design.
What's behind it? Anything?
Excuse me, miss. Please don't touch the exhibits.
So he's watching me.
The carving looked Central or South American in style, perhaps Aztec.
He's watching me, but only on that? That's weird. I didn't say anything on the other stuff. Curious, I guess.
I doubted I could sneak this enormous stone out under my jacket.
That's because that's what I wanted to do. Alright, let's talk to Duder. Hang on. Get a description first.
The attendant didn't show it, but I sensed he was watching my every move.
Except he didn't say anything when I'm trying to open other cabinets. But okay. Alright, Duder. Attendant.
Can I help you, miss?
What can you tell me about the Scrying Mirror?
That belonged to the alchemist and part-time Elizabethan spy, Dr. John Dee. It was brought back from the New World by Sir Francis Drake and presented to him. It's Mayan, you know.
Alright.
What is a Scrying Mirror?
It's rather like a crystal ball, and you can't see anything in it. Apparently, he had a partner who used it to talk with angels. If you ask me, you were barking mad.
Yeah, I probably didn't talk with angels, actually. I don't know. I mean... Ooh! Ooh, is it like a shard, like in Superman, where you can send people to that alternate dimension? I don't remember what it's called, but that'd be kind of cool. Maybe that's where Sir Francis Drake ended up. Or John Dee. Or both.
Have you ever heard of an English sea captain called El Draco?
El Draco? Not a very English name.
John Drake.
I think that's what the Spanish would have called him. It was about the time of the conquistadors.
16th century.
Or Francis Drake.
Oh, I know.
Not John Dee. Francis Drake.
That's what the Spanish called Sir Francis Drake.
Francis Drake? Have you got anything here that belonged to him?
Indeed, miss. We have a couple of artifacts he brought back from one of his journeys.
Alright.
It didn't look anything like the Coyote Stone. This one was like a little black shaving mirror. Is the Scrying Mirror the only piece of obsidian Drake gave Dee?
Funny you should ask. There's another called the Jaguar Stone. Dee never liked it, though. Said there were angels in the mirror, but devils in that stone.
Can I take a closer look at Dee's mirror, please?
No, you cannot. That's why the cabinet is locked. They tried some newfangled interactive scheme. And you can guess what happened. Bloody kids ran off with half the exhibits. Hands-on experience, my foot. In my days, it was hands off, I ask you. What do kids know about ancient Mayan civilization? Nothing.
Well, duh. That's why you teach them. Hello. Hey, Bobby. So, what did the Mayans used to do to people when they caught them or when they took them up to their temple? I don't know. Maybe they wanted to play a game of soccer with them. Or maybe they had something that they wanted to do that was fun, like maybe play football, or maybe go catch snakes or something. Wrong! Why didn't you know that that's a Mayan ritual? Well, they take them to a Mayan ritual and they sacrifice them. Come on, Bobby. But I'm only 5 years old. I don't know. Really? Okay, anyway.
Can you tell me something about the Jaguar Stone?
Certainly, miss. The so-called Jaguar Stone was brought back from the Americas by Sir Francis Drake and presented with, as you already know, the more famous Scrying Mirror to John Dee. The old loony didn't like the stone, though. Reckoned it was tainted by the devil. Come along, miss. I'll show you the mirror.
I've already... Oh, never mind.
That's funny.
There. John Dee's famous scrying mirror, given to him by Francis Drake.
Do you know if this mirror has any relevance to Tezcatlipoca?
Who? Tis that I can't even say it.
Tezcatlipoca.
There's someone here who'll be able to help you better than me.
Oh.
This
Oubier.
young lady has some questions to ask, Professor. I think she's from France.
Professor Oubier?
Eh? What? You two know each other, do you? Excuse me, the telephone.
We meet
Can I-
again.
Mademoiselle, France, eh?
Yes, I believe that's where you live, Professor.
I have a house there, on the outskirts of Paris, but I haven't been back for many months.
I thought you were going to stay in Quaramonte to witness the eclipse.
Alas, business comes first. An important consignment of artifacts on loan to the British Museum. But I intend to return to Quaramonte in plenty of time.
No time to ask about the other thing?
Professor Oubier, your taxi's here.
If you'll excuse me, I have some urgent business to attend to at the docks.
But I want to ask... never mind.
Can you answer me some questions about the Jaguar Stone?
Certainly, miss. If you just step this way. It's gone. Some sods half-inched it.
Half-inched?
Stolen it, miss. Never mind. The silent alarm will have been tripped. I'm afraid nobody can leave until our crack security team gets here.
How long will that take?
Could be a while. I think it's their tea break.
The thief could be miles away by then.
Don't you worry about that, miss. Just don't try to leave.
It was too much of a coincidence that Oubier showed up and the stone promptly disappeared. I didn't have time for their crack security team to finish their tea. I had to get after him.
Seriously. Our crack security team is going to allow you to...
I didn't steal the stone. I was nowhere near it.
So who do you suppose did steal it?
Yeah.
It must have been Oubier.
Huh! Begging your pardon, but he's a man of letters. A professor.
So was Moriarty. Man of letters or not, he's your culprit. Look at this. The thief left this key in the cabinet.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
That makes the theft an inside job, right?
Oh dear.
In other words, the thief was Professor Oubier.
Well, let's leave that for the police to decide, shall we? I better phone them right away.
Can I do anything? No, not yet.
Hello?
I knew I had nothing to worry about if the police were called.
Yes, I'll hold.
But I had to catch up with Oubier, and fast.
Okay. Can I grab these things before I leave?
The key didn't fit this lock. There was nothing very useful in my bag, just a single hair clip.
Oh, can she pick it like George does?
That's the kind of thing Georges would do,
No.
not me.
Okay. Can I open that one? I guess his back's turned, otherwise he'd like totally be right on me though, right?
The key unlocked the case.
Nice.
I locked the case again
Oh.
and took the key.
I was gonna open the case. Son of a.
The key unlocked the case.
Okay, great. Now,
The cabinet contained a dagger decorated with Mayan
that's great,
designs.
Xexor. Now get the bloody dagger out of the case. I know, right? I know. Right.
I locked the case again and took the key.
So now I have the dagger, right? This? It's the dagger?
It was an obsidian dagger, thin and razor sharp.
Okay.
You'll have to be quick, miss. I'm on the phone.
Take a look at this.
What are you doing with that?
Just looking. What was it used for?
It's a sacrificial dagger, and I'd feel a lot happier if you put it down.
And by put it down, apparently he means have Nico put it back in her jacket pocket.
You'll have to be quick, miss. I'm on the phone. What was it you wanted?
I didn't think the museum attendant would be interested in a hair grip. Not even a cute one like this.
Cute one like this.
Don't you think it's suspicious that Oubier has urgent business at the docks?
Not in the slightest, young lady. He's gone to oversee the unloading of cargo, an exhibition of Mayan sculpture on loan from Mexico City.
What's the name of the ship?
The Xibalba Princess.
Xibalba Princess, okay. Yeah, I don't think there's anything. Okay, let's go.
I'm sorry, miss, but I shall have to ask you to stay.
Oh, but surely you don't suspect me of stealing the stone?
No, but you will have to make a statement to the police. You're a witness.
Distract him somehow. Break the glass. But then I'm right there. That probably isn't going to work. I'm not even going to try anyway. Cut the curtain? No.
It would probably be...
Wait, what did she say? Something about suspicious?
It would probably be less suspicious if I kept away from the empty case. All that was left inside the cabinet was a card describing the missing stone. The mask looked... I
Okay.
didn't want the mask or... It was a woven wall hang.
Okay. Okay. Kinda. Can I leave now?
The doors were securely locked. The doors were securely locked.
Yeah, okay, I know that, so that's obviously not going to work. The key won't work. Key's cabinet key, right?
The doors were...
Yeah, no. Dagger?
I levered the handle open with the thin dagger.
Oh, nice. Sweet. All right. Excellent. Meanwhile, back at Ketch's Landing. So George is getting inside the museum, the house, right? Yeah. Here we go.
The room had been decorated to resemble the interior of a sailing ship. It was disturbingly effective.
Nothing over here. I'm guessing that's to leave. Yeah, that's all to leave.
It was an indented well in the corner of the desk. I guess it was intended to hold ink, but it seemed unnecessarily wide. Maybe Ketch had used it to hold his rum bottles steady in heavy seas.
So
Zach, are they gonna get water from the well there on the desk?
no, it's an ink well.
Yeah, they're gonna get ink out of the well. Well, how they gonna quench your thirst later?
No, it's just basically a place where ink rests, right? And you dip your quill in, and then you.
Oh, that sounds kind of weird.
Well, that's what they used to use. Don't use it so much now, right? But
That might come in useful. In ticklish situations.
Like if you're dealing with Tickle Me Elmo. Guys are jerks. You gotta laugh more.
It was firmly attached. The top surface of the desk had a large recessed area set into it. I guessed it was intended to stop things rolling off in heavy seas. There was also an inkwell and the small hole where the quill had been. That looked like that's where it was supposed to be, so I left it there.
I bet I can bring this over. Let's look at the book first, and the ship and stuff.
It was an old book with spidery writing covering the open pages. March 20th, 1670 fix. Engaged frigate off Fan Falvador? It was garbage. Huh. I guess being a pirate didn't require too many academic qualifications. The passage went on to describe how Ketch had got wind of the approach of a fleet of English ships. It seemed the new governor had not shared his predecessor's views on Ketch's activities. They were out for his blood. Sailed to that place where I made secure my fortune. I returned safe in the knowledge that the governor shall not discover that which I had hidden. For is it not writ that 'tis easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle?
Wasn't it word his S's all F's? Why are they S's now suddenly? Maybe he's translating for us in the narration so we don't get annoyed by the S. That's probably what it is.
Sailed to that place where I returned safe. For is it not...
Yeah, so that's just reading it. Yeah, okay.
It was a beautifully crafted model of a sailing ship. The ship looked too fragile to touch.
Okay. Lantern?
It was a neat oil lantern made of brass.
Grab that maybe for
Holding
later.
that lantern, I felt kinda biblical. Like Jesus or Florence Nightingale.
Awesome. Nope. Let's do this. Let's go at the chart.
It was an actual pirate ship chart.
Let's go grab that. Clearly that goes here.
Okay. I've had my hands on an historical document. Now what?
Put it there. Duh. I guess it's not obvi.
The chart fitted exactly into the recess on the top of the desk.
Awesome. Well, I really want to do that. What else we have? Let's go see here. There's this chest also, so I need to make sure I...
Maybe that wheel was from Ketch's ship. Suddenly, I was 12 years old again.
Awesome.
Hard a port, bosun.
Aye, aye, Captain Stobart.
He really is 12
She
again.
cannot take it, Captain. The lad's dead. Abandon ship.
That's awesome. Okay, let me not forget about this this chest. Let's go over here really fast. I'll come back over here in a minute.
It was Captain Ketch's sea chest. Its battered appearance hinted at salty tales of maritime adventure and swashbuckling. Long months at sea with a rum-sodden, mutinous crew, hardtack and scurvy. And this chest, full to the brim with Ketch's loot, pearls, diamonds, emeralds, and doubloons. On the other hand, it could have been full of spare blankets.
I mean, it's modern now, right? It doesn't necessarily have all that stuff from before.
Surprise!
Who are you? It's Pippi Longstocking. It's Pippi Longstocking. No, that's Emily, right? Is her name? Rio's friend?
What the? Who are you?
I'm Emily.
There
What were
you
you doing in there, Emily?
Hiding. What are you doing here?
Grown-up stuff.
Grown-ups? Pfft, I'm never gonna grow up, I'm not. You shouldn't be here. What's your name?
I'm George.
Pleased to meet you, Jaws.
George.
Jaws,
Jeez.
make your mind up.
I've never seen anybody have so much trouble with George. That's awesome. Yeah, okay. So Pippi, what do you know about
What
him?
can you tell me about Captain Ketch?
That's him on the wall, in the picture.
Yeah? Boy, that's interesting.
He was a sailor captain. This is his house.
Why don't you go play with Rio?
I'm not allowed.
How come?
'Cause Aunt Frost says I'm not allowed out of the house. That's why, Mr. Nosy Beak.
Too bad.
He's not a beak. He's not a bird. Come on now.
Why don't you ask your other aunt if you can play with Rio?
Aunt Mina's cuckoo. Aunt Frost says so. She says when the Lord handed out common sense, Aunt Mina was off getting double portions of chin.
That's mean. Stop that. That's naughty. Not nice. Not nice. Okay.
That Rio's a smart kid. He helped me outwit Bronson.
Rio is clever. He can spit ever so far.
Ooh. I must be smart and clever now too, huh?
I bet you can't keep this piece of coal in your mouth for the next half hour.
Could too. I could keep it in my mouth for hours and hours and hours.
Yeah? Go on then. Prove it.
Don't want to. And if you try to make me, I'll tell Aunt Mina.
Why would... Okay, George, whatever.
Look, an ancient Mayan stone.
Is that a magic stone?
Well, I don't know about that.
No.
I don't care if it's not magical.
Would you like to play darts?
No?
Oh, come on. I'll throw, you catch.
That's dangerous. Darts will stick in me and make me bleed.
Why is George hating on kids now?
Do you know how to use a theodolite?
We don't learn anything about surveying at my school. Not until 5th grade.
Why don't you run along and play?
Aunt Mina told me. Stay out of mischief.
Well, that doesn't mean you have to stay indoors, does it? On a beautiful day like today?
There's a storm coming.
Oh, nuts. You don't know that.
I do so. I can see the whole world from the window.
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm busy. There were several things I wanted to say to that awful kid, but I held my tongue.
That kid's not awful. Just because she's, like, bored and having fun doesn't mean she's awful. Yeah, okay, let's go over here. Actually, we're going to stop right here. Hang on. Stop, George. Stop. Okay, thank you everybody for watching. This has been part number 14 of Let's Play Broken Sword Part 2, The Smoking Mirror. My name is Xexor. Please do not forget to like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next time, where we'll continue exploring the museum here and see what else has been going on here. So, thanks everybody, and I'll see you in the next part. Till then, peace.